Your Minnesota Vikings have made a number of coaching changes on staff this offseason. Want to take a moment and just go through all of them. Now, the notable one, of course, is Donatell Yegon. Brian Flores is in the building, but a lot of other various assistant coaches have either been fired, have gone on to better jobs, and the Vikings have brought in a number to replace them. So the departures and their rivals and promotions. Well, we're arriving, but we're going to be departing. That's a deep movie reference. If you get it, you're awesome. Anyways, departures. Ed Donatell, fired. You gone. Ben Kotwicka, who was great as assistant special teams coordinator working with Matt Daniels. He's been hired as a Broncos special teams coordinator because stupid ass Sean Payton. That's right. Also, the Vikings, they parted ways with inside linebackers coach Greg Minuski. He ended up being the Broncos linebackers coach. Gerard Johnson, who was the assistant to the regional quarterbacks coach for the Vikings this season. He is now the Texans quarterbacks coach. They actually interviewed him for the OC job, as well as he interviewed for the Chargers OC job. So a rising star in that department. Alik Terry, who was the Vikings assistant defensive line coach this year, worked with Chris Rumpf. He has been hired by Mario Cristobal, 50-50 of Cristobal, to be the Oregon Ducks' new offensive line coach. He previously had been a graduate assistant in Eugene. Minuski, like we mentioned, was with the Broncos. Sam Sifkes, who was the assistant linebackers coach, he has joined Jonathan Gannon's staff to become the Cardinals linebackers coach. Just another former Vikings assistant joining up with the Cardinals. It really is Vikings West out there. And then Jeremy Modkins, who is the son of Curtis Modkins, was a defensive assistant this season. He has left to become the Rice University cornerback coach, which I don't know. I feel like I should have gotten free admission into Rice University. Anyways, arrivals, 4 of them. So Brian Flores, of course, who was assistant head coach, the defense, as well as linebackers coach for the Steelers last season, former Dolphins head coach, and also former de facto Patriots defensive coordinator. A fantastic hire, home run. Is going to smash on defense. It's going to be great. Then 2 assistants who have ties with Brian Flores have been added to the staff. First one is Mike Saravo, who is now the inside linebackers coach replacing Greg Minuski. He was a Panthers assistant last couple years. He had crossover with Flores when they were both at Boston College, so they go way back. Lance Bennett has been hired as defensive quality control. He was on the Dolphins staff for 3 seasons when Flores was their set coach. And they actually go way back. Like, they were high school teammates, which is fantastic, man. And then Bennett was a running back wide receiver for Indiana back in the day. So 2 guys with Flores ties already being added to that defensive side of the ball. And then Grant Udinsky, who was the not assistant head coach, but assistant to the head coach last season. He has been promoted to assistant quarterbacks coach, replacing Gerard Johnson. So the Vikings' current coaching staff looks like this. You got O'Connell, you got Pettin. The offensive staff relatively stays intact. New guys are highlighted in gold. But they are basically running it back. McCardle did get a couple of interviews with the Patriots and the Buccaneers for OC gigs. Same thing with Brian Angelicio. He'd been a finalist for the Ravens offensive coordinator job. Defensively, I don't think that the changes are done. I think that there could be a couple more changes along the defensive staff. Also, it's very awkward that Steve Donatell is still there as defense coordinator, still listed on the team website. It's kind of funny. But Flores, Saravo, as well as Lance Bennett, 3 Flores guys. Well, yeah, obviously Flores is a Flores guy. And then, of course, Matt Daniels holding things down on special teams. But that's it. That's a rundown of Vikings coaching staff changes, arrivals, and departures. Let us know your thoughts and our thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work? Put a little something in the Venmo. But till next time, Skull Production Value.